What we're going to do today is to go through spelling patterns and help you get the most out of making spelling sense. In making spelling sense, I'm going to show you and remind you about the two types of letters that we have in the English language. At the top of each lesson, there will be a story explanation for your students and the list of words they're going to work with, and the students will write the words and write the pattern. At the bottom, we remind you of any special things that we need to talk about. On the next page, you will have two puzzles to do. Every lesson is set up with the same format. You'll always write your words, write the patterns, and then you have two puzzles to do. After your students write their words and patterns and have done their two puzzles, we have a special way of doing your spelling tests. That's at the very back of the book. Throughout the video, you will see the special ways that we do our spelling tests as well as work the spelling patterns so that it will be very easy for you to use and you will understand how we construct words in the English language. Remember, I told you we have two types of letters in the English language. We have consonants and we have vowels. If we just have our consonants, all we have are letters stuck next to each other. The letters CT give us no meaning. All they do is say kt, but there's no meaning. In order to have meaning, we must add vowels to the words. I add an A there, an O there, and a U there. Now we have meaning. We have the words cat, cot, and cut. Because we've added the vowels, we have meanings. With this in mind, whenever you have a vowel in a word, that's where the vowel pattern starts. We can have beginning letters and then the vowel pattern. We now have the words cat, cot, and cut. We have meaning because we've added vowels to the words. Without vowels, there is no meaning. You'll notice we've changed our letters now. I'm going to remind you how the vowel pattern works. We can have no beginning sounds and the vowel pattern. This is called a vowel consonant pattern. It's the first one that we learn and it's the easiest one to learn. It's one vowel followed by a consonant. The vowel is allowed to give its short sound, and so we put this little curved U above the V, signifying the short vowel sound. This little curved U actually has a name. It's called a brev, and that's the type of marking that you'll find in the dictionary when you look up words, and it will tell you how to sound out the word. It's called a diacritical marking. We can have no beginning sounds and the vowel pattern. We can have one beginning sound and the vowel pattern. We can have two beginning sounds and the vowel pattern. We can even have three beginning sounds and then the vowel pattern. The vowel pattern always starts at the first vowel. All of these words, at, men, chest, and strap, are in the vowel consonant pattern. That's the first pattern that we learn. The first 11 lessons will be taking on the vowel consonant pattern. The reason there's 11 lessons is that there's that many words out of the 500 most used words in the vowel consonant pattern. It is the most predominant pattern in the English language. In lesson 12, we're going to talk about the vowel consonant silent E pattern. Again, we explain how the pattern works at the top of the page. We have your list of words. The students write their words and patterns. Any special information is provided at the bottom, and you have two puzzles to do. When we have a word in the vowel consonant silent E pattern, the vowel does not give its nickname sound a, or Instead, it gives its actual name sound. That's because the letter E comes kind of in the shape of a snake. And when he's at the end of the word, he asks the vowel in front of it what its name is, what its sound is. And he's afraid to give his nickname. So instead, he gives his actual name. He says A. If it's an E here, it will say E. The I will say I. And the O says O. We mark or indicate the vowel consonant silent E pattern with the letters V, C, E. To indicate that it's a long A, that the vowel gets to say its name, we have a straight line over the V, and that's actually called a macron. That will be the diacritical marking that is in the dictionary. We have cake, and hide, and rope in the vowel consonant silent E pattern. There are 4 lessons in the vowel consonant silent E pattern in the book because that's the amount of words out of the 500 most used words are in the vowel consonant silent E pattern. Lessons 16 and 17 will go over the sight words. Yes, out of the 500 most used words, there are a few sight words. Technically, there are 17 sight words out of the 500 most used words. However, 5 of those actually are in the vowel consonant pattern. The reason that is because we never ever end a word in the English language with the letter V. And the way I teach it is I tell the story how many, many years ago, scribes would take notes for the king, and their handwriting was a bit sloppy. And when they would get to the next kingdom, the king would say, "Is that a U or a V? I can't tell. So from now on, I want you to put an E after the letter V when it's at the end of a word, and then I'll know that it's a V and not a U." So with that in mind, the word have is actually in the vowel consonant pattern, and this E is to let us know that it's the letter V and not the letter U.